we can kind of see what condition he's in. He's at 50%. So let's try and take him out with the staff. So I'll let him come up, and then we're gonna just beat the crap out of him. There you go. Early on too, I'll take a look and see if like we ever get any weapons that are not broken. If they're not broken and you've got the space, I'll pick it up because I can sell it for a few bucks, you know? It's just helpful. After every couple fights too, just take a look and see if you're getting close to that like hunger or thirst threshold. Just make sure you're in good shape. All right, so we're gonna kind of rinse and repeat here. All right, so see you got two guys here, right? So we're gonna see if we can try and split them so that they're not both coming with us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can do that. Let's see if that does it. You may not come over. Ah, yep, okay, good. Now the other guy shouldn't, I don't think. All right, well, that was less accurate. So what I'll do is, yeah, I'll kite these guys for a couple times. I want to get them to about 50%-ish before you kind of go into melee with them, if you can help it. And especially because this guy doesn't have any, like, range, so we're all good. So now, at this point, he's probably around 50. Yeah, he's at 40%. We still got a space, and he doesn't have a reach weapon, so I'm going to throw something at him. We got the dagger, so that's cool. But... You can throw a bunch of shit. I think you can throw the coffee mug. That used to not break. That may have changed. But you can throw a stick and it'll do a couple damage. Obviously the dagger is the ideal, so there we go. There was 11 more damage. And now he's basically at 25% and he's in pain. So he's already, we've already kind of like stacked the deck in our favor. There you go. One of the tasks, and you maybe just have noticed, might not have noticed, but one of the tasks for the blacksmith is to provide him with some crappy old swords. So we'll want to do that. Hey, Largiza, what's up? No, I had a buddy on Reddit who was asking, that, they're sort of struggling with starting morale and sanity and that stuff. And I realized I hadn't done like a starting tutorial in a while. So we're kind of doing, two birds with one stone. So talking about like just setting yourself up for success from the beginning, and then also managing that sanity and morale and stuff. All right, so you'll see that like our morale and our sanity, has started to go down a little bit. Part of it looks like we lost one diet, and we lost. Well, that's weird because that's not adding up properly because it says that we're at 98%. Oh, they might start it. Maybe yeah, that's weird. I don't know what the deal is because it says we're at 49 out of 50 and then max on the others, so I don't know. But in any case, we're down one. Situational shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's probably just because we got hit in combat or something like that. Remember, overall, as long as you're over 50% on both, you're good. It's just always the best policy to try and keep yourself as high with that as possible. All right, so this guy's got a spear as well, so... Now, there's probably not another guy there, but we'll see. How far is our dagger throw? Okay, cool. So I want to try and peel him away from here if there are any other people so that he doesn't alert them when he yells, basically when that happens. So he should be 5 spaces away, so let's have him... Where is he? He might have been too far away. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we didn't peel him enough. Let's get over here and give that another shot. All right. We can give him a give a little hello, how you doing to start here. There we go. So kind of same idea, right? You know, rinse and repeat on this. All right, we got him at 40%. I'll probably do one more, because he's going to get us from range here with the spear again, just like the other dude. All right, so there's one hit, but now he's got to come into melee. And we beat him with a stick. See what shape that's in. That's broken too. All right. See if there's anybody else. All right. So we're going to grab, you know, little items. You can sell this stuff. Nothing big. There's a couple things you can create too that'll give you XP. The main item we came down for here is this plane. And if you look at the note here, which I always read notes because it's going to give you a little XP, you can see that Jurg the carpenter was supposed to get a plane. And that kind of sets us up to chat with him and kind of put him in our debt, we'll say. So, first objective completed. Second one is to ding to level 2. So what I'll usually do is go a little bit further on the map here and see if we can find a couple more bandits to fight. Once again, until you get like a longer vision, right now your vision's basically the same as the bad guys, so you want to be cautious. It's actually like I think still one better, but it's not a lot. So oop, hang on, let's get some eggs. Heck yeah. Like I said, we're foraging, you know. Alright, there's our bowman. So the big thing with the bowman is you want to try and get him one-on-one, and then you want to do some like kind of funky tricks here. So alright, so he's still coming at us. Let's see if he appears or not. Okay. So, nice thing here. We're far enough away he hasn't noticed us. I can shout again. We should get him. Oh, there's a moose. Alright, we're going to steer clear of the moose, because that moose will fuck us up. Alright. So here's a problem, right? His range is better than ours. We're going to try and keep an eye on that moose. So what I end up doing is kind of playing peekaboo with these guys. They don't have very good accuracy, but when they use taking aim, which is that ability they just used, it gets pretty good. So if you hide behind... Oh, shit. We got to get out of here. That moose is about to fuck everybody up. Alright. Or you can find a moose that will kill everyone. He just kill stole us, man. That's weak. Let's see if he's gone. I hope. Yeah, there it is. Almost had a new moose incident. Alright, there's going to be another guy over here probably that we can fight. Yeah, alright, here's a dude. So we're going to kind of keep up the same idea. Hopefully not being killed by any moose. Big thing to remember, especially with these guys with like clubs, is if you get knocked back into something like a tree or a wall or something, you're going to get hit pretty bad. So it's not a good plan. What do we have for health here? 60. All right, we're going to hit him again. There you go. So he's going to move up on us. And you'll get a free turn because he's going to use powerful swing. But we'll see if we can kill him before that happens. It's possible we won't. We'll see. Yeah, there you go. But basically, he's like, you know, queuing up his swing, and then is gonna hit you. That's broken too. All right, we would have been close to dinging if that moose didn't kill steal us, but Law of the Jungle, man, like he whoops people's butts, so we're gonna give him plenty of space. I basically just go as far as I need to until I ding, and then, or if like if you go too far, yeah, if you go more than like, I wouldn't like basically go cross this river. If you get there, you can turn back, and then our like backup is we can go right around town here. There'll be a couple of bandits probably to fight. There we go. Okay, just we only got one guy, so that's cool. Oh, we got two guys. So if that happens, it's all good. We're just gonna get ourselves over here, and then the other guy shouldn't follow because he's too far away. So this is nice here because now you had to go diagonal, so we've got a little bit of space. Remember not to put yourself somewhere where you're going to end up getting nailed. All right. There we go. So he hit us a little bit. That's how it goes. As long as you don't have any injuries and stuff, you can just kind of sit down and you'll get yourself back up to 100% pretty quick. So you'll see that you're at 98 and 99. That's because one of our body parts isn't at 100% condition. So, but over time, that will heal. And those items like the chain and the ring are what help you kind of get back to 100% quicker. All right, so I think once we kill this dude, we will ding. He's wearing a vest, and he's not wearing shoes, so we should be able to take him. Let's see. All right, we want to get him at maximum range here. I think the dagger was the same range, right? Yep. All right. All right, let's set him on fire. Kind of keep some space as long as we can to let our fire spell refresh. There we go. And then at that point, like, once again with this dude, what are we at? 32%. You get that space, throw a dagger at him. You know, now he's at 16% health, has a minor torso injury, and he's got pain. So we're stacking the deck in our favor. And now we just hit him with the club, and he's toast. And we got a second sword, so that's cool. Toss those on there just to make space. Let's see how we're doing. All right, so we just got thirsty. Problem solved. Take a swig. Hunger, you can kind of do it two ways. If you have, like, say, hunger 13%, and we've got pancakes that'll reduce it by 15. I typically won't do that because then you're wasting a couple percent, right? But if we want to like bring it down, we can use this cheese. That'll bring it down to 3%. So, good enough. That's all good. You can also just ignore it until you get to 25%, you know? Or excuse me, up to whatever the highest percent even, you know, you have for a single meal. Cool. So now we leveled. We got a couple things, right? We are a caster, so willpower is going to be really important. Also of importance is going to be perception, because that's going to give us more accuracy. It's also going to help with vision and bonus range too. So often I try